The Lakers, they begin a 6-game road trip tonight in Milwaukee. Remember, this is the first time they've played outside of the state of California since February 25th. And every single game is all too important for Los Angeles in this race for the play-in. Now welcoming in our reporter covering the Lakers, Dave McMenamin, who is live from Milwaukee. Dave, the Lakers, they start that 6-game road trip tonight against Giannis and the Bucks, but LeBron is listed as out tonight. So what more can you tell us about his injury and his status here moving forward?
I saw LeBron at the Lakers morning shoot-around today, and his longtime athletic trainer, Mike Mancias, was working on him, and he was in relatively good spirits. I asked him, hey, are we going to see you tomorrow against the Memphis Grizzlies, because they play a second night of a back-to-back to start this road trip? He said, nope, I'm out for the rest of the season. He was joking, which tells me that he's in decent spirits. This is something he's been dealing with now for months now. This left ankle of his, he dealt with it around the All-Star break, went to get treatment prior to the All-Star game and got treatment after the All-Star game, and has mostly been on the court, but they're trying to look at this final stretch of 11 games as they want him to be as available as possible. That means sacrificing one game when you consider also the fact that this is the first season since LeBron played for the Heat in 2012, 2013, that his team has a winning record without him. This was the prudent decision to hold him out tonight.
Dave, you should have seen my eyebrows shoot up before you dropped the line that LeBron was joking when he said that it was going to be for the season. But you're right. The Los Angeles Lakers, they have experienced some success even recently against the Milwaukee Bucks. It did take an enormous game from D'Angelo Russell in order to win that game, and it was home here in Los Angeles. But how is this team preparing to face Giannis and the Bucks tonight, since LeBron will be out for this one?
Oh, yeah, certainly good of you, Malika, to mention that big game from D'Angelo Russell. And Spencer Dinwiddie, who filled in for D'Angelo Russell on Sunday against the Pacers with Russell out with a non-COVID illness, had one of his biggest offensive games all year. But when you spoke to him this morning at shoot-around, it wasn't that I expect to go out and score 25, 26 points again. He said he remembered in that game in early March, he was the screener, setting up looks for D'Angelo Russell. The good part about this Lakers team is that they feel like they have enough continuity at this stage of the season, even without LeBron, to be able to play different scenarios based on different opponents. You saw them playing a defensive style of the game against the Philadelphia 76ers on Friday, held the Sixers under 100 points, and that was a track race on Sunday against the Indiana Pacers when the Lakers put up a season-high 150. It's probably going to take some combination of those two things against this Bucks team tonight, and certainly you get a confident Spencer Dinwiddie ready to step in for LeBron James in his absence.
Dave McMenamin from Milwaukee, thank you so very much. The thing about NBA Today, though, is that you don't just get what you get on any other show. You get the recipes for success that your team may need. So for more on that, let's toss it over to Shanae, who is the key for the Lakers if they want to replicate what they did on March 8th. What are they going to need to do against the Bucks, Shanae?
Well, the key is Anthony Davis, who is fresh off of winning Western Conference Player of the Week. But tonight, he won't have his guy by his side. That hasn't been a problem, though, for AD this season. The Brow is putting up over 28 points in games without LeBron James. And here is how the key gets his buckets right here. So let's run the tape. All right. One thing I love about AD is that he can really go off of the dribble. People forget he was a point guard in high school. He's going up against Brook Lopez. They don't send a double because this is a great defender. And what does AD do? He rocks him to sleep a little bit, gets him with a hezzy and nice little reverse layup. So he's able to create his own baskets. But this right here is nasty. It's dirty. Again, on an island, Brook Lopez, he can really guard AD. But watch this. Send the double. Why? When he's comfortable knocking down shots at this clip, a turnaround, mid-range, fade away from the free throw line, that guy is in his bag. Sorry, my IFB fell off, but we're going to keep running with it. Now, as for the Bucks, their duo of Dame and Giannis, they have been growing chemistry throughout the season. But lately, y'all, they've been on another level. Now, last time that they played the Lakers, Dame and Giannis each went for over 25 points and had 12 dimes, a first of any teammates in a game like that in league history. So that synergy is growing, and I love this pick and roll. Watch this right here. Dame, he attacks, and these are the buckets that the Bucks need. Draw to Giannis, not staying on the perimeter. Instead, he gets him where Giannis can finish. But next level, again, in this pick and roll here, watch this. Giannis, quick dribble handoff, no thinking. What does Dame do? He comes off knowing that guys are inside. Dame has been shooting 42% from three since All-Star. So yes, AD's hands are full because these two guys have been playing so well ever since All-Star break, Malika.
There's nothing quite like the Wild West. And this season, it's lived up to the name.
The West is absolutely insane.
I'm not ruling out anything.
Edwards getting up, and good night.
The Warriors, the Lakers, the Suns.
This offense is borderline unstoppable.
Jokic for the win.
Got it at the horn!
Woo, yeehaw! The West has been wild all year long, but since Cowboy Carter comes out this week, we're really diving in right now because things aren't slowing down as we approach the final stretch of the season here, right? The race that may have the most twists, the most turns, is the one to stay out of the play-in tournament, right? Entering last night, the Suns, just a half game separated them from both the Kings and the Dallas Mavericks. So each and every game, it counts for all teams, but maybe none more than the big three out in Arizona. So starting tomorrow's clash against the defending champs on ESPN, every single team remaining on the Suns schedule is against a team with a better record than Phoenix. It is an absolutely brutal stretch. All of their opponents, they're currently top 6 seeds and would be in the playoffs if they started today. But take a look at this. The Mavs, the Kings, they both are taking care of business last night. So it was even more imperative, right, that Kevin Durant and company capitalize on the cool 78% chance they had to win, according to ESPN analytics, against the San Antonio Spurs, who, by the way, were without Victor Wembanyama. It should be easy, right? Well, let's show you what happened. Kevin Durant and company in San Antonio. No Victor. Nice jacket, though. We're going to pick this one up in the fourth quarter, Shanae. Devin Vassell elevates, extends.
Do not sleep on that man, Devin Vassell. But one thing about the Suns, Kevin Durant, he has been on one since All-Star. He's been upping his field goals. He's knocking it down, but he needed help, Malika. He needed more help.
To your point, he had 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, but still the Suns were down. Devin Booker getting crafty, gets that one to go, Brian.
How do they have 97 points with 2 minutes left in the game with that offense? How?
Well, Devin Booker looks to add to it there, and all of a sudden the Suns take a lead in the final seconds here, though, of the fourth quarter. For 3, Sohan, yes, that one's good, Shanae. So now, letting them know, are you not entertained? San Antonio on its feet. Devin Booker trying to cook. This is the guy you want to take the shot.
Oh, and it rolls around, but doesn't go down.
That could have gone.
This one, too, looking, Devin Booker.
Another chance.
And can't quite get it to go. Here's head coach Frank Vogel after arguably the Suns' worst loss of the season.
Yeah, it's unacceptable to lose that game, for our guys. We all said the right things. We all did the right preparation to come in, but we didn't play with the necessary focus and disposition.
Yeah, unacceptable. We shouldn't lose that game, especially after how we beat them last game. We got to start the game better fashion. We're down like 10 points to start the game off, so we got to be better. I think everybody's feeling the pressure of end season, and you just control what you can control and just go out there and play.
So the Suns were outscored yet again in the fourth quarter. That continues on their final frame woes here. Just look at those numbers. Phoenix is the worst team in the league this season in the fourth quarter. They've been outscored by more points than any other team. For perspective, over the last 2 seasons, only the Spurs pre-Wemby were outscored by more in the fourth quarter, which is pretty astonishing. Perk, how alarming was this loss here for the Suns?
It's very alarming. Number one, right, this Suns team is not going to be good until they consistently involve Bradley Beal. Last night he had 11 shots. That's not enough. They did not trade for Bradley Beal to be taking 11 shots. Anybody heard from Kevin Durant lately since he went on that little cute, adorable post-game interview talking about, dropping the word leadership and leader 8 or 9 times? Because if you have a leader, then you don't lose a game like that against the San Antonio Spurs without Victor Wembanyama. Matter of fact, before you take off and land in San Antonio, that message is being sung all throughout the locker room, on the team plane. Hey, man, get y'all minds right. When you get to the arena, you supposed to have the focus there to say, you know what? We got to go out here and handle business and get this win that we supposed to win. And they didn't do that. You know what you can control is stopping Sohan from having an awesome night, probably the best game of his season. You know what else you could control? Sharing the damn basketball. Oof. Sharing the damn basketball. Getting others involved. It's not just the KD and Devin Booker show. You have to get others involved, especially Bradley Beal.
I'm right there with you, Perk, with the exception of the Kevin Durant slander a little bit, saying that, oh, he has to be the leader that gets everyone involved. What more can Kevin Durant do? He's 35 years old. He's averaging 27.
Right.
He's being more aggressive the second half of the season. This is a guy that is a two-time NBA champion, a two-time Finals MVP, who's trying to be the most consistent he can be. Like, a couple years ago, this is a guy who tore his Achilles and now is back at peak form. So, like, okay, I understand leadership. It takes everyone, not just KD, not just Devin Booker, who, by the way, on that starting five, outside of those two, the rest of the starting five only combined for 21 points. Beal is integral, and I keep saying that Beal missing this, incoming season, being able to practice with the guys, that has been crucial because now he's trying to learn this offense, learn how to play with those two guys on the fly. More importantly, I'm looking at this loss as they have the hardest road moving forward. Not too long ago, they were in the playoffs. Now they're in the play-in. This loss made me feel old because right now we're looking at a play-in. I know, Perk, we're looking at a play-in that has LeBron James, Steph Curry, and now Kevin Durant. I'm like, what's going on with our gen? You and I, no offense, Wendy. Our gen, all our gen together.
She said it.
But
somebody just had a birthday last week. You just got older.
But here's the thing. You mentioned it's not just the hardest remaining schedule in the league this year, right, Perk? They have the hardest final 10 games of any team since the 2015-16 Memphis Grizzlies, who that year had to play the 73-win Warriors twice and 67-win San Antonio Spurs twice in that stretch. You know what they went in that stretch, Shanae? 1-9.
Ooh.
They went 1-9, and I wonder, are the Suns lining up for the same fate? And what would the ramifications of this incredibly expensive team be if they do fall to?
You know what? It's not about the schedule. It's about being 30th in the league in offense and being the worst fourth quarter team in the league. That's what's unacceptable. And whatever happens to them at the end of this season will be a result of those failures, not just a single game in this run.
Oof. When you put it like that.
Sure.
Phoenix Suns, they have a whole lot on their plate over these next couple of games.